Ciao from The Good Dish.
We are hosting an epic Italian family dinner.
From the bread
We are making a cheesy, pull-apart garlic bread. Delicioso.
to the wine, and of course, the sauce.
An easy weeknight ragu that everyone at your family table will love.
Plus, Real Housewife of New Jersey, Melissa Gorga, is dishing with us.
This is what it smells like on a Sunday in my home.
Delicious.
That's next.
Let's dish. The kitchen has always been the center of my world because life is more delicious when it's full of food and fun.
Everybody knows me as a culinary expert and food judge on television, but also I'm a mom trying to get dinner on the table.
From Hollywood to home, I bring Southern sweet and Caribbean heat. And I'm not afraid to stir the pot.
Good food, good friends, good dish. Shame on you for leaving me alone with this cheese board. I eat
Happily take it.
half the beans already.
So happy to see you and your cheese.
You know, I bring things to make friends for sure. All right, you guys, welcome to The Good Dish, or maybe we should say ciao, because today we are hosting an epic Italian family dinner. I'm talking breads full of cheese and garlic, sauces full of meat and slow-simmered flavors, glasses full of vino, of course, and tables full of friends and family, family who are friends, friends who are family, all of the above. And with the wine and conversation flowing, we may get a little loud and crazy. Now, if you think of like any Italian movie or show, the meals I feel like always come through front and center. They're some of the most memorable scenes. I think of Moonstruck. I think of The Sopranos.
Yeah.
You know, they just like you can't help but just know what the smell is in the room. Then know what those flavors are like. So today we are talking about what makes Italian family dinners so special.
Now, if you have never been a guest at an Italian family dinner, you may need a little debriefing like this one by comedian Shannon Fiedler. Take a look at this. It's hilarious.
It's a small family gathering. You're gonna be fine. You already know my cousin Tony, and then you got my cousin Lisa Marie in the leopard print, and in the way too tight leopard print, you got my cousin Antonia and her brother Tony and his son Little Tony. But do not confuse them with my Uncle Tony or Big Tony because you do not want to get on their bad side. Trust. Hi, Ma. Yeah, I ate. I got the macaroni. What do you want? Why are you yelling?
That's a lot of Tonys. I couldn't even.
Always, always a Tony or
We
two.
need a whiteboard for all the. What?
Hello?
You're expecting somebody.
You know what? Always.
You never know what's gonna happen.
What is we got? Dinner without a Robin.
Are you having Italian dinner?
Oh, we are.
How are you, beautiful? How are you doing?
Hi, would not be the
How
same
are
without
you, ladies? I would never come to an Italian dinner without sprinkles.
Oh my God. Oh, so good.
We would happily eat them.
We're gonna talk about
Yes,
these. Oh,
so
guys,
good.
these are like hot from the bakery.
They're my favorite, my absolute favorite.
We will not throw those away. I promise. We
Okay,
got
good.
those.
Oh my gosh,
Because
thank
Italian
you.
family
Cheers.
dinners always have enough
Cheers.
of that.
Cheers.
Melissa Gorga, everybody. Of course. The Real Housewives of New Jersey. When we are going to talk about the drama of these cookies, which well, fans of the show will know, there has been a long-standing family feud between you and your sister-in-law, Teresa Judas. Like, tell us about the cookie debacle.
I mean, this is the
I
longest,
taste one.
oldest story. Yeah, you have to eat one too.
Yes, share
So
the love.
I brought sprinkle cookies. I was pregnant, and I brought sprinkle cookies to Teresa's house on, I think it was Christmas Eve. And she told me she threw them in the garbage because she didn't like them.
What? Saw that episode.
She was
yes.
like, I like pinoli cookies. I'm like, I'm sorry.
fancy.
I was
Gotta
kind of
get
like
some
new to
behind
the family, whatever.
I remember yelling at the TV like, you don't throw good cookies away. What are you doing?
You know, when you're pregnant, you want what you want, but I still want a sprinkle cookie. I always choose a sprinkle cookie, by the way.
I agree. So do I. Every
they?
time I'm in my local Italian bakeries, this is what I choose. It's what my children choose. They bring me joy.
Yeah, and I think because, you know, I got them at a local, like, grocery market, and she was just like, I don't like these. I'm like, well, don't throw them out. I would have eaten them.
She'll know what she was
But we
missing.
laugh about it now, to be honest. It's actually, like, hysterical. Everywhere I go, like, everyone talks about sprinkle cookies.
Do they give you these for free now? They're like,
Oh my God.
The ambassador of the
When I
sprinkle
walk
cookie.
into a bakery, they're just like, we know what you want.
There you go.
Yes.
All right. Now, Melissa, we're talking about Italian family dinners today, and you've had plenty,
yes.
without a doubt.
All the
Now,
time.
What's your most memorable one?
Oh my gosh, we have them every single week, all the time. I couldn't even give you like one stand out. I feel like 2 o'clock every Sunday, major dinner. 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock. It's a whole
a
thing.
lingering-
And then we have a sprinkle cookie.
All right. Next time, we're going to ring your doorbell and drop by, because that sounds like
Yes, I
we
would
need
love
to be there.
to cook for y'all.
Well, we are.
You
We
will.
are.
That's okay.
In fact, it turns out you are going to be cooking. Put you to work.
In my home as well.
Oh,
so.
we'd love that. Well, today we're going to put you to work a little bit with this garlic bread. How do you feel about that, too?
I die for garlic bread. I'm very excited about this. And this is some good bread. See the crustiness? This is amazing.
She knows good bakery.
I know good bread when I see good bread.
Thank you.
Good. All right, so we have a guest here. We want to make sure you are well fed. We are
Okay.
making a cheesy, pull-apart garlic bread that is delicioso. I mean, it's perfect for gatherings, big parties. It might be perfect
Look at that
for
cheese
what?
pull. Are you kidding?
Yeah, I'm like a
that looks
gathering. That's
amazing.
good for like just by yourself. But yes, okay.
Your private moments.
There you go. So we're starting off with a loaf of sourdough bread. And this is what I want you guys to take notice at. This is called a cross-hatch cutting technique. And you'll use a serrated knife. And I want you just to go down, not all the way to the bottom of the bread. So
Get the honey.
Yeah.
Not on your hand either.
Yes, not on your hand or the cutting board because you want it to hold together. You see how it kind of splits open like that? That is what you want because that makes sure that all of our melted butter and cheese gets to every single piece when you pull it apart. So that is the cross-hatch
I
technique.
just saw
okay?
something like this on Instagram, and they did it to a potato. And
That's
then
a hassle,
and I was like, now
There
I'm
you
seeing
go.
it in person. This is pretty great.
Well, this one's gonna knock your socks off. You wait and see. So now I have some butter that I melted with a little bit of garlic. You can also do this in the microwave. And we add in chives and parsley for color and flavor. Gives them a nice little flavor there. And then, yeah, it does smell good. I'm like, we haven't even done it yet.
Nothing better.
All right, and then you'll just
Italian
kind of
perfume right
spoon it in. Hold that for me.
Yeah, with pleasure.
Hold that
of
for me
course.
there. So you just kind of spoon it all in the crevices and the creases.
Wow.
To make sure that all the buttery goodness. You know what? This takes you. Pour that whole thing
Yeah,
over there.
you know
Again. There you go.
Just get it in
All
there.
for
Pour
'cause
it all
Why
in.
are we being dainty?
I
about
know.
it?
This
That's
is what
you
teamwork is all about. Pour it
you're
all
right.
in. And it just drizzles down into all of the crevices
Get it.
of the bread.
In the nooks and crannies.
Great. And then so now everything has melted butter, chives, and garlic. Then we gotta have the cheese.
Yeah.
And this is where you will get your hands in, get down and dirty, but you're gonna have
Go
a
ahead
good
and help
time.
me spread that
Please,
side
please,
for her.
please. Spread it all. And this
got
is,
it?
You tuck it all the way in there. You wanna get dirty with this?
I'm about to start brushing
Go
it all
ahead,
up.
go for it, go for it.
This looks so good. You know I'm gonna make this when I get home.
Oh,
You
yes.
absolutely
Me too.
must. This is a
Love
mix
this.
of Asiago cheese and mozzarella cheese, and you really just kind of tuck it all the way down into the bottom. It gets messy, but it all works and melts in the end. It is amazing.
Wow, you just get it in there.
Yes, and make sure you get every piece because you don't want that family member to get that end piece. It's like, oh, you don't love me. I didn't get any cheese. You want to make sure everybody gets a little bit of love, okay?
I mean, this is pretty easy breezy too, right?
Yeah, you get a good loaf at the grocery store, at the bakery, the market, and this is high quality garlic bread,
It's
people.
also really fun. This is something you could definitely do with your kids.
Oh,
They
absolutely.
would love this part of the
Oh,
action.
yeah, all this mess, they would be obsessed.
Thank you. So now, once it's all covered in all the melted butter and the cheese, I have it set out on a piece of foil because you will wrap it up, and we're gonna go into the oven, and this will bake for about 25 minutes to get all of that melty goodness. And then you will open it up and do it for like another 10 minutes so it gets that crusty, golden brown,
my favorite
crispy
part.
topping. And we
Pro
were
tip.
talking about this. Gail has a funny story because I was like, do we need a sheet pan? And she was like, you need a sheet pan.
Always put it on a sheet pan in the oven. Do not just put this alone on the foil because there is so much butter, and if it is not perfectly sealed, I'm telling you, I have been in this movie, people. The butter drips down onto the floor of your oven and it can start a grease fire.
Right. Yes, we don't want that.
I have almost burned down my in-laws' house from making garlic bread and wrapping it in foil, but not sealing it. I actually did it one summer with a chef friend, a professional,
Oh my gosh.
and she and I almost took down the house.
Yeah, that is not going to
That's
happen
not gonna
here.
win any points with your mother-in-law. I
No,
can tell you that
not
right
at
now.
all.
That would have been some serious
Let me
trouble.
tell
I've
you
learned
what
a couple
will
tricks.
win.
That's not gonna work.
That is
This
not
will
it.
win points with anybody. Do you see that?
Oh, my goodness. Look
And
at that.
every
See the
single
cheese
piece
ball.
has all of the cheesy goodness that you need. I'm gonna.
Where are you
lay
going
this
with
out
that?
here.
I'm like, where
She's
you
like,
going?
hold on. Where you going? Where you moving?
I'm trying to
Where you going? Because we're gonna lay this out. I want to put it on the platter so then we can all devour it.
Oh,
Slide it off. Come on, it's hot.
That looks
Put a
I
little
can
side of
do it
red
too.
sauce on the side there, and you just
We
dip
can
it in.
leave it in the
Exactly. You're speaking my
Watch this
language.
That's
Don't
what
want to burn our gas.
Hot.
I'm gonna put that
Okay.
off to the side.
while we
That
dig in
looks
on this.
amazing. Really,
And-
really good.
Okay, and then this comes out to the table, and then
thank
everyone's
you.
like, manja, and you start just pulling apart. So yes,
Exactly.
manja, ladies.
Manja, everybody.
Pull it
How
out.
would this go over at your family dinner?
Oh, this would go great. Only problem is, as I'm making the sauce, they would be ripping it out, walking to my pot, dipping it in my pot, and
Thank you.
Yes.
That is my most vibrant memory of
Yes.
Italian family dinners at my house. Is my grandpa or my mom making this big pot of red sauce and me sneaking by, like
Oh,
dunking
at my
the bread
whole house.
in. So good.
I did that to my grandmother, then I did it to my mother, and now my kids do it to me. So,
Come on,
Right
cutie,
there.
jump in
Right
there.
in
You
there.
gotta get
Get
some
in.
bread too.
of course I will.
But it's tradition and it's heritage. I love it.
Oh my God. I can't
Crunch on that.
I want you to get like the full effect of the bread just being.
Mm-hmm.
Wow! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Wow.
Oh yes, I got the end piece.
All right, look at this, look at this, look at this. Look
Okay,
at
we're gonna keep
this
eating this.
one.
You guys can find the full recipe for this delicious cheese and garlic pull-apart bread on gooddishtv.com. Up next, Melissa is cooking up an easy weeknight ragu that everyone at your family table will love.
Like something you saw on the show today? We're dishing all the details on the good list. All the recipes, important tips, and tricks, all in one place. So stay tuned until the end of the show when we'll share the good list QR code. You can scan to send it all right to your phone.
You're gonna cook for us. It's a great day. Welcome back to our Italian family dinner on The Good Dish. Melissa Gorga is here from the Real Housewives of New Jersey, and she does know, I have to say, a thing or two about what it means to feed an Italian family.
Yes, I do.
I mean, so we're gonna make your famous sauce today. Your husband Joe posted a pic on his Instagram saying, with the caption, "My wifey does it all," of your gorgeous sauce.
Aw, what a sweetie.
He's a sweet, with 17 years of marriage, and we're gonna talk about this too.
17 years. I don't want this to
Incredible.
burn. But yeah,
But
17.
what's the secret to this sauce? Why does he love it so much?
You know what? I put love in it. I think the most important thing when you cook is you gotta put love into
Yes.
it. So, so do you want me to explain here what I
would
do?
love to know how to make this
This is
delicious.
very secret, so I'm like sharing. No. Okay,
Guys,
so
it's here.
usually we take the meat first. We're gonna brown the meat like we're doing right here,
So tell
okay?
us what meat do you have in here?
So right now we have some sausage, we have some short rib on the bone.
Beautiful.
Okay, then chopped up garlic and onion.
Gotta
We're
have
gonna saute it in. So when we get to this point, now we're gonna add a little white wine.
Our friends up above are going to be able to see also, if you can tuck down in here, you're also deglazing the pans with that wine. So you're scraping up all that delicious flavor from the meat.
Really are. If you can smell this right now, guys. Oh, this is what it smells like on a Sunday in my
Yes.
home.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, good.
This is how I've learned to live since I'm a very young child, from my grandmother to my mother to myself, and now I'm teaching my daughter. She's learning a little bit here too.
What about your boys? Are they into cooking?
I mean, my little one, Joey, is. Yesterday, he was helping me fry the zucchini. Not fry, but we were like grilling it. Pan-fried the zucchini with that good little pan, you know, that has the ripples.
Because you know a man who can cook is like the greatest find ever. It's amazing.
Yes.
Train them up right, Melissa.
There you
You're
go.
doing a good job. Oh wait, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Are you a sauce girl or gravy girl? Like, what do you call it?
It's
Sauce
so
or
funny.
gravy?
So I grew up with my mother always saying, I'm gonna make gravy, but I got married, and Joe says it's sauce.
Oh.
And like Joe's parents are straight from Italy. They moved here when they were like 22, so I have to go with the sauce now. So I switched. My mother's like, we call it sauce now? I'm like, yes, we call it sauce. If Joe's parents say it's sauce, okay?
My friend Tom Colicchio, also born and raised in New Jersey, will only call it gravy. It is Sunday gravy.
It's Sunday
to the
gravy for
fam,
a
and
lot of
he is
people.
pro.
We have no discrimination. If you like sauce, you like sauce. If you like gravy, but I always
Delicious
make a
anyway.
big pot of.
No
It's
matter what,
delicious,
it's just
exactly.
good. It doesn't even matter.
That's it.
I
That's it.
sprinkled in your oregano for you.
Okay, so now we're gonna add, your cans of tomatoes that you can get at the store. I usually buy one that's like crushed, the crushed tomato, which
Okay.
is this one right here.
Okay.
And then I buy one puree, just for the thickness. It'll help like thicken it a little bit. And I do equal, or sometimes I'll do one extra like crushed because I like it not so thick. So 1 extra crush. And then we're gonna mix it all up here. Hold on, let me get it.
How long is the simmer? Like, what are we like an 8-hour sauce? Or are we?
So we are gonna bring it to a boil. And then once it boils, we're gonna simmer. I am not a girl who leaves it on all day. I say 1 hour. Simmer it for 1 hour. Now we're gonna sprinkle our parsley on top and a little oregano on top.
Oh, I put the oregano in before with you. Can we talk about the fact that, we said you and Joe have been married 17 years, and a decent portion of those have been on not live, but on reality television.
Yes.
What, if anything, would you chalk up your ability to stay really in sync with each other, the success of your marriage? What's the deal?
I know it sounds crazy, but family dinners are actually a big thing for us. We still eat dinner with our families at night. We still believe in that, even if we're just cooking up a steak real quick. We like to come together and keep it normal. I don't know. I don't think we allow the show to take over our lives. Yeah. We're very, we like to keep the kids normal. We keep it normal. It's our job. It's our work. We go to work and we go home and we stay grounded. And I feel like, we come in with the same goals. We care about family. We care about our kids' happiness. And so it works for us. I mean, listen, we've had bumps in the road, which, everyone does, but we work through them. And ultimately what's most important is our family. So
still together. That's all that matters.
Beautiful.
And as a fan of the Jersey Housewives, I got to start a little something here with my question. Who makes the best Sunday sauce?
Here she comes.
Is it you? I mean, I wouldn't have her in the kitchen and not ask. You all are thinking it.
It's 100%.
If you're feeling thirsty.
No, it's 100%. Yeah. Oh, see, she knows how. There's housewives here. She's pulling out all the shade.
I'm like, keep drinking. I'm going to get all the info
no one
on
makes
you.
better sauce than me. No one.
Come on,
okay?
Amen. I mean, I believe
you know what?
it just
Hold on.
smelling it.
We have to add the basil on top as well. I can't let you forget the basil.
Okay.
And I like the basil to be whole.
This is good. Okay. I love this. We bring our guests here,
I'm
make them do all
focusing.
the work we're drinking.
I know.
This is
Do
fun.
you
And
love?
getting all the tea while they're
Yes.
I have to say, the biggest takeaway for me is just seeing how completely confident and comfortable and natural you are in the kitchen.
Oh, really?
This is
Yeah,
a
I'm a
side of
cook.
you that
I
I've
cook.
never seen on the
I
show.
cook.
So we're
Really?
gonna do more cooking on The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Up next, we are dishing this gorgeous ragu, and Melissa is dishing about what's in store for the latest season of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Stick with us.
That I got. Melissa Gorga of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Melissa, you ladies, y'all never disappoint on the drama, and I know it's got to be juicy on this season. What can we expect?
This season, no, we don't ever disappoint, I would say, on the drama. But this season is a lot about relationships. Ooh. It goes very deep into our relationships and some couple relationships and maybe why some of the girls act up the way they do. There's a lot of emotions, a lot of relationship drama this season. For me personally, my daughter, we move and I have to pull my daughter out of her school in her sophomore year and switch schools, and she turned sweet 16, so it's kind of really a sweet way to watch that happen. But our show is just, it's the family-driven, everyone looks forward to it. A lot of relationship stuff happening this year and a lot of drama, of course.
I feel like it's always just therapy for us as viewers watching the show. We learn about, we think about it, how does it relate to us, our family dramas.
And you're like,
give
see,
us a
I'm
lot
so
of
normal.
Exactly.
It's everywhere.
We learn what to do and what not to do sometimes.
Right.
With us.
Exactly. No, exactly. And we're here to inspire. When you think things are really bad and they can't turn over, they can.
Speaking of drama and us wanting to stir the pot a little bit, by the way, my friends and I sit around talking about what would be your tagline if you were a housewife.
Oh my God. What would be your tagline?
I haven't thought of a good one yet. A friend of mine, hers was, I don't make the drama, but I'll stir the pot kind of situation.
I like it. I like it. That's
clever.
a good one.
I must say, I practice mine because I'm,
of
so I have mine.
gosh,
So
me
mine
too.
is, I might be a chef, but that's not the only room where I keep things hot.
Yes.
Hot honey's back in the
That's
building.
not the only place I
That's
keep
so
it
good.
hot. Yes,
Yes,
the kitchen's not the
Dollface,
only
love
place
it.
I keep things hot. So yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's the sequel to The Good Dish.
Snaps
for that one.
Has a cast member or castmate of yours ever served you something at an Italian family dinner that you had to fake that you liked?
Yes, definitely. Probably, yeah. I'm not going to call out any names, but there's also been when we have chefs come in and they cook and I'm like, oh, there's a little too much salt in here, but I don't want to embarrass you in front of, you know, on reality TV, you know, so.
Your ragu start. I'm pretty excited
Here we
about.
go, good.
And some things are better made at home. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need a chef to fuss it up. I want the home-cooked grandma version that was passed
Especially
down.
delicious.
Good.
Okay.
Are you guys enjoying?
Well, we're just
Yes, well,
eating,
let's
but
finish
tell us
it
how
up,
to finish
though.
it.
Oh, okay.
Let's figure it out. So you finished, you simmered for an hour, you boiled your pasta. What happens next?
Okay, so this simmered, boiled the pasta. We take out our meat, okay? We put it right here like this.
Got
nice
it.
little
Beautiful.
display. So whoever wants to take a piece of meat, grab a piece of meat, okay? So here we go. We are gonna add.
Drained the pasta, and you just put it right in the pot, which I like. There's a little bit of residual pasta water in there, which really helps to coat everything,
Exactly.
I think, and seal all the sauce around the noodles.
Okay, and then you would take your plate. So if I were making
Yeah,
a dish,
please do. This is
this
an honor.
is how I would do this for you, okay? And you're gonna add this in here, and then you know, depending on who you're making it for, you put a little extra sauce on top if you like the sauce.
I
on
do,
top.
I do.
We're gonna put a little Parmesan cheese right on top of there as
great.
well.
Does anyone else want some parm?
Oh, we have like a whole little
We're gonna
stash.
sprinkle
over
a
here.
little
This is gonna be a
How
mandatory.
good does this look?
So good.
This is
Ladies,
so
Are you
hearty.
enjoying
delicious.
love?
I haven't really seen
great.
it with the thick cuts, like really chunky of meat in there, but I feel like it's a full meal.
I love this. Guys, the full recipe for Melissa's weeknight ragu can be found on gooddishtv.com. And The Real Housewives of New Jersey is airing now on Bravo.
It is.
Congratulations. And tell us quickly, what's the name of your podcast, your new podcast?
On display, Melissa Gorga on display. So yes,
Awesome.
very
and
excited.
you're chatting like your life, how you
My life, I'm giving recipes as well. I'm talking fitness, relationships. Joe and I come on and give, you know, some more secrets about our lives like we don't tell enough. So yeah, super fun, super fun.
And I hope you're giving some fitness details too, because you look amazing. And I
I
know
do.
busy mom of 3, it's not always easy. So look
Thank
forward
you.
to hearing more from you on all the things that you're juggling. And thank you for joining us and for your delicious sauce. Up next, guys, if you spend enough time in the kitchen, you're gonna get burned. That's why we're giving you the chef's guide to heal from a cut or kitchen burn fast. We'll be right back.
Cheers.
There you go. Every chef has had a kitchen emergency. Many of us are left with battle wounds to prove it. And yes, even the professionals, we got them. I think we could go a whole...
We have matching.
Oh, mine looks like a road
sure.
map.
Yes,
There's mine.
kitchen grates, exactly right. I know. Well, as fun as that would be, from nasty cuts to scorching burns, it can come with the territory when you're working in the food industry and around hot things as often as we are. That's why we're giving you the chef's guide for quick ways to heal from your kitchen mishap. Gail, what's the worst mishap you've ever had?
Oh, there's been a few, both in pro kitchens and in my home kitchen. The one that stands out the most was a few summers ago, we were actually at a friend's summer house on an island. So we were not even near a major hospital.
I don't like where this is going.
Yeah, it's true. And I was using their knives that I wasn't familiar with, and they were not as sharp as they should have been. And I cut off the top, probably,
The top of your finger.
third of my thumb.
Wait, like clear through?
Right through. I'm sorry, but when I tell you, I saw it roll off the cutting board.
Whoa.
I did. And what is amazing is one of my friends who was a doctor, although not practicing, grabbed it, put it on ice. We went to the hospital. They didn't even sew it up. We brought it to them, and we said, what should we do with this? And their response was, oh, we can't do anything with that. It'll grow back, which is sort of amazing. Did you know that the tops of your appendages, your fingertips and your toes, if you don't cut through the bone, which I didn't, thankfully, grow back.
Let me see your thumb.
I have a perfect thumb.
It's normal.
It is completely normal.
I'm so impressed. I love this.
I'll show you a picture of me and my sling, but it was a
Yeah, I don't need to see that. I believe the story. Okay, all right. Coming back after Gail's thumb mishap, anything not that serious, but there's a trick to healing your cut with honey. If you didn't know that, if you cut yourself, run to your pantry, and this is what you'll do. I do this a lot because I burn really, really easy, and it's like immediately starts to hurt and burn. So you'll take your bandage and dab a little bit of honey directly on the bandage itself. So you'll get a little drip, put it right there, and then apply the bandage to wherever your burn is. And what that does, honey is antibacterial, and it promotes healing immediately. So, and most importantly, it helps with the pain. So it's like that throbbing, you don't know what to do with it. little honey on it will soothe that right away.
But I feel the need to say that like this is for minor cuts. That's not like
Yes.
an open wound.
Right. Go to the
Absolutely.
doctor
Go-
or the emergency room.
Yes.
This
if
is
you
just
need
the
to.
light daytime television you tuned in for
You
today.
cut the tip of your finger off. Honey is not going to save you, honey. It is not.
That is true.
I'm not using it for
Get thee to a plastic surgeon. Okay. Well, in keeping with something that I experience all the time in the kitchen, it's burns, like we all showed. And for me, this was something my mom taught me to do a long time ago, and now I feel like it's coming. It's very. I think like a lot of people know about it now. Lavender oil. I immediately put it on the burn.
know.
It is again an anti-inflammatory, sort of similar to the honey. It's also just very soothing. It's almost like an analgesic. It almost numbs your skin and just sort of soothes the pain a little bit while it's actually helping to heal and soothe the skin. Here's a bonus tip. Not obviously lavender is sort of the classic like spa scent, and it does smell delightful. And if you like the smell of lavender or any essential oil, you can actually drop a few drops right onto the bag of your vacuum cleaner. Hot tip here, people. Get rid of your air freshener and go for a little infusion of beautiful essential oil anytime you use your vacuum, because the heat and the air will sort of press it into your surrounding. Oh, already? Don't you smell that already?
I love it. I drop drops of it on my pillowcase when I have trouble sleeping, and it really helps to calm me and soothe me
Take
and
that
help
big
me go to
inhale.
sleep.
Yes.
So
totally.
another,
love
miracle of nature. Well, a third is, I will say, my favorite wound tip, which is using arnica gel.
Yes.
Arnica is a century-old remedy for anti-inflammation. It's a homeopathic remedy, and it's great for muscles. I use it for sore muscles, for aches and pains, joints, but also for burns to help with scarring. I put it on burns to help with healing. The one thing I will say is after you put it on, you definitely want to wash your hands, because unlike the lavender oil perhaps or the honey, it is not edible. You don't want it to go in your mouth.
Oh, no. There you go. All right, good stuff.
Next up, it's time for the Great American Dish-Off. Which home cook will be the wind beneath our chicken wings? Find out when we come back.
I
Welcome to the Great American Dish-Off, where we search coast to coast looking for the best recipes in the country. We put them head-to-head in the ultimate competition. Whose dish will win the Great American Dish-Off? And today, chicken wings. Chefs and home cooks from all over the country sent us their recipes, and we've narrowed it down to the top 3. First up, caterer Chantel.
I have the perfect wing recipe for you with a Caribbean twist because I'm from Trinidad. Are you tempted yet? These wings have been marinating in a fresh green seasoning. And next, I'm going for the second seasoning for my wings. A little bit of chicken seasoning, a little bit of smoked paprika, and you mix it up. And then you start dipping your wings. And now it's time to fry them up. And now it's time to make my special sauce. We have jerk seasoning, duck sauce, sugar, water, and my secret ingredient, which I can't reveal, but it gives it that Caribbean twist. And this actually goes on the stove until it simmers down and it's nice and thick. The only wings that my competitors need are the ones to fly away, because I got this competition locked.
Next up, professional caterer Anthony.
Let's get this party started with my sweet and savory wings. These wings are gonna send you places you've never been. We're gonna get to the sauce, because that's the most important thing, and I promise you, my sauce is better than yours. Applewood smoked bacon, extra virgin olive oil, sea salt, onion, secret ingredient. First, we're gonna start off with our Applewood smoked bacon. A little extra virgin olive oil, crushed salt, black peppers. We get that on our stove and we'll get that rolling for us. So now it's time to add all of that chopped stuff, and now we are ready to add that secret ingredient. Look away. So my wings are done. Today we decided to do them in the air fryer. I'm topping off my wings with my sweet and savory sauce. And now it's time to enjoy it all. Yeah, baby, let's go!
And finally, home cook and Spiced Living owner Shanera.
Guys think they've got the market cornered on wings, but my Southern sultry wings are a huge hit with the ladies. Let's start a brine for our chicken. Next is our secret ingredient. We're just gonna go ahead and submerge the chicken in our brine. It's time to make our boozy bourbon sauce. And we're gonna let this simmer until it thickens. It's time to fry. Glaze your wings fresh out the fryer. With my Southern sultry wings, I've got this competition in the bag.
They're here to contend for the coveted golden wing. It's the Great American Dish-Off. Here are our finalists. First up is Anthony, and he says that his Sicilian roots inspired his unbeatable gourmet wings. Next, we have Shanera, who says she is using her soulful and sultry ingredients to up the wing game. And Chantel is a natural cook who says her Trinidadian flavors are like fireworks in your mouth. Daphne and Gail will be judging their wings today. What do you look for in the perfect juicy wings, ladies?
Well, I will say the aromas here are really doing it for me. For me, the perfect wing is a combination of two things: juicy, flavorful meat and crispy, well-flavored skin. And honestly, some texture on the skin to hold onto a beautiful sauce is something I definitely pay attention to, with a balance of flavors that's not too much. I think sometimes some sauces can get a little too saucy. I still want to be able to taste that chicken.
I agree with you. I like your style. I will say there are few wings that I don't love. It is hard for me to resist a wing of any kind, but I want them to be crispy and I want them to be spicy. If there's too much sauce, you ruin all that beautiful crispiness and crunchy texture of the wing. However, you do want to make sure that they're still moist inside. I don't want dry meat under the crispy skin.
All right, so Anthony, tell us what makes your wings so special.
This one.
My secret ingredient, which is going to be maple syrup. But honestly, the real secret ingredient is my grandmother.
Aw, isn't that sweet?
Yeah, my grandma taught me all of those recipes. I'm able to constantly just make sure that I'm using that as my inspiration and being able to pull beautiful things off like this, my sweet and savory. Now we can say maple syrup wings.
All right, you keep talking flavors like that, you can be my wingman anytime.
That's my girl.
All right. Now, judges, please weigh in on Anthony's wings.
Keep talking for a second.
Yeah, we're busy here. No, I will say there is a lot of great flavor. Good amount of heat, but it's not blowing me away. I can go back for seconds, thirds, maybe fourths. And I really like the sweetness. That was surprising. I just think you need to be careful because there absolutely could be a way to make it a little too sweet, going overboard on that maple syrup. But it definitely adds a balance I wasn't expecting. Didn't know I liked a sweet wing.
Say that?
So I have to say, the pickle note that I'm picking up here with that fresh dill, with that brine flavor, is delightful. It really cuts through. Wings are fatty. That's part of what makes them so delicious. That brine and sort of acidity is really cutting through for me in a beautiful way. I do love the heat, and I do think the sweet balances it out. And there is juicy, juicy bird going on here in the most delectable way. Lots of texture on the skin. Have to agree with Gail. Like you are dancing a fine little tango with too much sweetness, you know. I think the sauce just doesn't sing the way the rest of this meal does, but it is a delectable bite.
Thank you.
All right, so Shanera, tell us the secret to your wings.
Chef Jamaica, irresistible wings need a great foundation. So I've used sweet tea. Sweet tea is perfect to brine your chicken. I use this in my brine and I use this in my sauce. Make sure that you get moisture and flavor all the way to the bone. Wow. And I also use my very own Spiced Living soul seasoning because it makes you want to slap your mama.
What?
Yes.
Ooh, well then, some mama slapping is about to go down today.
It's about to go down.
Let's have it. All right, so judges, please weigh in on Shanera's wings.
Shanera, I think the sweet tea is a genius move. It's great for a brine. There's tannin, there's so many great flavor notes in it. But I will say I needed some crispiness here. I was missing the crunch of the skin. I think that putting the sauce on weighed it down a little bit, so it just wasn't as crispy as I want it to be. But the flavor was spot on.
Thank you.
Mama slapping or not, I am coming to your porch for some delicious sweet tea and these wings. There's like almost a smokiness that happens because of that brining that you do with the tea. It does get the meat really nice and that sort of scenting of tea coming through with great flavor. Such a smart combination. And I think tea and barbecue sauce is like a thing that needs to happen.
All right, while the judges keep licking their fingers, coming up, the competition gets even tighter when Chantel reveals what's in her secret sauce. Who will win the coveted golden wing? Find out next. We're back with the Great American Dish-Off, Wings Edition. Chef Anthony made a maple bacon jalapeno ranch chicken wing, while mother and home cook Shanira made a sweet tea and spiced fried chicken. And now, Chantel, please reveal the secret to your chicken wings.
My secret ingredient is pineapple. I chose pineapple because it's a perfect combination with the spicy jerk seasoning. Spicy like Jamaica and sweet like Trinidad.
Yeah,
and
man. I think we might be cousins. Look at that.
And I also marinated overnight with like fresh seasonings, no powder seasoning, just fresh seasonings. So that gives it an extra kick, you know, a natural flavor. Things that you love, like when you go to the islands, you love the naturalness of the food, like the organicness of the food.
Right.
So that's my secret.
All right, judges, she's taking you to the islands. Weigh in on her wings, please.
I mean, you really are. I get the allspice. I get the garlic. I get the fresh herbs. Like, this sings of jerk and that beautiful sweetness. I mean, exactly how you described it is what I'm tasting in these wings, and they are beautiful. There's also a lot of heat, and that's how I like my jerk. Like, I want to know that I am eating great, fresh jerk seasoning, and this is it. Again, I just want a little crispiness. Chicken skin is one of the greatest gifts the universe has given us, and I want to honor it as much as I can. But thank you for this beautiful jerk.
It's hot in here. It's just me. My gosh, I'm a heat freak. The like balance of flavors that's happening in my mouth right now with that perfect, almost like back of your mouth heat that builds is so delicious. Tell me something. Did you brine the chicken in pineapple overnight? How was that? How did that process work? Because the pineapple is so tenderizing. I'm just curious how you got it so juicy.
Oh no, I didn't use the pineapple for the overnight. I just did that like on spot. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Yes, because I think if you left it overnight, it would have broken the chicken down too much.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the meat is so tender, so well flavored. The sauce is delicious. I would actually say, because like Gail, I'm missing the crispiness of fried chicken. I kind of think this sauce is the perfect sauce to bake chicken wings with, because that longer cook, first of all, the sauce insulates all the flavor and juiciness in the wings. The longer cook would let it condense down and caramelize a little bit and stick to the wings so they build flavor and texture on, because I don't want to lose any of the flavor going on here. It is so fresh. It is so vibrant. From the islands, you've definitely transported me. I'm gonna put this on a grilled cheese sandwich also. Can we talk about that? Can you bottle this jam for me? This would be so good.
That's in the making.
All right.
like it.
Well, while Chantel starts her new business with her sauce in a bottle, Judge, it is time for you to confer to choose the winner of today's Great American Dish-Off. Who made the best wings? Oh, we are looking at a tight race here.
You give us all the hard work.
Competition. All right, ladies. I hate when they make us wait like this. Come on. Oh, gosh.
We have reached a decision. The winner of the golden wing is Chantel.
Right, it was that dancing chicken wings, girl. That heat. You did it. Congratulations.
Congratulations. So exciting.
Oh, wow.
Thank you for that
You brought the
glorious
islands
feast.
to us.
Yes.
How do you feel? Great. All right.
That was great flavor. All of you.
guys.
Delicious.
Great job.
For your delicious wings. Oh
All
my
right.
goodness, what a treat for us.
Keep on dancing with this trophy. I love to watch it wiggle. All right, so when we come back, the good list. We're sharing the recipes from today's winning wings and tips from today's show. And find out how to get it sent right to your phone. Oh, yes. Coming up next. I did not.
We had an epic Italian family dinner today with Melissa Gorga, and if we've learned anything, it's that Italian dinner is as much about the company as it is about the food. It is meant to be loud, messy, and so memorable.
And speaking of loud, messy, and so memorable, we have just chatted our way through this hour. We've eaten so much delicious food. Jamaica, you get to try the winning chicken wings right about now, and I cannot wait to hear if you agree with our selection. Isn't it good?
Girl, I think we are cousins here. I'm gonna have to check the DNA profile on it because I think we are definitely cousins. That is it right there.
Fire.
Winning
Delicious,
chicken wing.
right?
So good.
Yeah.
Well, I'll stick around. This is the family I want to be a part of with all this good eating. Good stuff. Well, that's all we have time for today, guys. It's time for the good list. See that QR code right on your screen? If you open up your camera app and hold your phone up to the screen, it will take you right to the recipes and more from today's show, making it very easy to have this delicious feast happen at home. You can also head to gooddishtv.com to get it all, including the answer to what's for dinner tonight, which of course should be Melissa Gorga's weeknight ragu. It's an easy, hearty crowd pleaser. Just a reminder, do reserve some of that starchy pasta water for the end just to bring the whole sauce together and make it extra delicious. Every part of the pasta sauce will get the flavor of that starch, that little extra salt, and just make it a glorious, memorable moment.
All right, so we'll make another memorable moment tomorrow. We'll see you next time for more good food and good dish.
Bye, guys. Dig in.